Hello friends, my name is Arwen. Welcome to online programming from the Durham County Library. Today we are going to learn how to grow your own ginger at home. So what's ginger? You may have seen ginger at the grocery store or in your kitchen, and chances are you saw it in one of two forms. This weird little nubbly thing, or as powder, which is the same weird little nubbly thing but dried up and powdered, so ground up into little bits. You may have seen other types of ginger. There's pickled ginger, there's candied ginger, but these are the two kind of most basic forms of ginger. Now if I tell you that ginger is a plant, what part of the plant would you think that this ginger that we get at the grocery store is? Does that look like a flower? Would you wear that in your hair? I mean, you could, but I don't think it's a flower. Doesn't look like a leaf. No, it grows underground, this part. So I thought it was the root. I was wrong. But the fun thing about being wrong is you can learn something new when you learn how to be right. This is the rhizome of the ginger plant. Now, not all plants have rhizomes, but ginger is one that does. Also, turmeric, lotuses, a handful. So the rhizome grows underground, but it's not a root. What's the difference then? Here's what I found out. A rhizome grows underground, but unlike the root of the plant, it does not absorb moisture or nutrients, which is what the root does. The root feeds the plant. The rhizome does grow its own roots, and it sprouts, which is why we can use it to grow ginger at home. So neat that we eat the part of the ginger that grows new ginger plants. So what do you use ginger for? Well, if you get it at the grocery store and you have it in your kitchen, probably use it for food. And something really cool about ginger is that it's used all over the world. There aren't just one or two countries that use ginger in their food. There are lots of them. There is peanut ginger sauce from Thailand. There is pickled ginger from Korea, so delicious. There is ginger juice from Nigeria, which is bright yellow and super spicy. And in the US, what you often see ginger in is sweet things like using powdered ginger to make gingerbread. I love gingerbread. It's my favorite dessert. So now we know that this is our ginger rhizome from which we are going to grow our ginger, and we know what we're going to use our ginger for once it grows. So how are we going to do this? Well, obviously first you have to get your ginger rhizome. And as we've discussed already, you can get it at the grocery store. Now I will suggest that you get organic ginger. Some sources say that you can use non-organic ginger as long as you soak it beforehand to get anything that would stop the growth out of it. So I tried that and it didn't work at all. So I say stick with the organic ginger. Let's stick with what we know. We have our ginger rhizome, and you want to make sure that you have a piece with the little nubbly bits on it, because as you may be able to see on this one, that's where our sprouts are going to grow from. Then you're going to get a pot. Here's a pot and some potting soil, which you can get pretty much any place that sells plants. I would say a hardware store is a good place to find a small bag of potting soil because we're not going to need very much, just enough to fill your pot. Then you get your rhizome, and you're going to put it in the soil that you've put in your pot and bury it. So there's about an inch of soil on top. Then you're going to put some water on it. I like to use a spray bottle because then it doesn't get super wet and soggy, but you could also just pour water in it very slowly. That works well too because a spray bottle can take a long time. Every day or so, I like to stick my finger in the soil to make sure it's kind of damp, and if it's super dry, I put more water in it. Now then, you do the least fun part of this project. You wait, and you wait, and you wait. Now when I decided that I was going to talk about growing ginger with you at some point in the future, I planted some ginger and waited. And I waited until I could see something growing to show it to you. And it took about 3.5 weeks. So here's what your plant might look like after 3.5 weeks. And I want to note that I didn't put this ginger all the way under the soil the way you're supposed to, because I knew we'd be able to see it better if I kept some sticking out on top. So here we have ginger that was planted 3.5 weeks ago. And if you can see, there's this neat little sprout growing here that looks like a horn, and a nubbly little sprout over here that's coming in. And actually, this is the ginger that I tried to use that wasn't organic, and as you can see, it has not done anything at all. So let's use organic ginger. And I didn't actually do this in preparation for this video, but I also have some ginger that I started about 4 or 5 months ago, and I thought that we could see what that's going to look like when your ginger plant is a plant and not just little sprouts. And here we have, slightly beleaguered, perhaps need to water it and put it in too much sun, which is why these leaves are yellow, ginger plant. So you may just want to let your ginger plant grow and grow and grow and have a lovely little house plant, or you dig up the rhizome, because remember, it's underneath the soil, and you can wash it off and cut it up and use it to make something delicious with ginger. There we are. I hope you had fun learning about ginger with me, and I will see you in the future with another video from the Durham County Library. Thanks!